Johnny and welcome to the new episode of Johnny Unplugged. Today with me we have an exciting guest, Mr. Abhijit Bijuraj, who is an international student from India studying in University of Northampton. He has done his master's at University of Northampton and currently doing his internship as a business analyst in Stunited. So, Abhijit Bijuraj, welcome.
Thank you, Anjali. How are you?
I'm good. Everything great with me. And how are you doing, Abhijit?
I'm feeling so great, like inviting me for this podcast. I'm feeling so happy.
Yeah, we are glad to be here with you as well. So, coming, when I have been thinking, like, as I'm also an international student from India as well, and coming to the UK at initial stage, the climate, food, everything was so difficult for me. And I just know about myself. So I would like to ask, how were these things for you? Coming from the different climate space as a country like India, and coming to UK, which is very colder, and the lifestyle changes, people changes. How did you, the exposure and everything? How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, it depends on different kinds of people. But for me, it was kind of different because basically I don't know how to cook food. That was one of the difficult tasks for me because I was quite interested in health and fitness. So when I came here, the first few months were too hard for me, especially like daily routine, because living alone, you need to do all the stuff together. And moreover, you need to find out the part-time jobs, and the climate is on the other hand is such a worst kind of thing because we were not used to that kind of things. And it was really making me so uncomfortable in all other means. But somehow after the time I used to learn all the kind of things so that I need to get a balance work life and everything. So yeah, it happens to everyone.
Yeah. When you said about the food, oh man, that's right. Firstly, we had some food when we came to UK. We had some packed something, and that's something I have survived for maybe 2 months. After that, it was like, what next?
Yeah.
Maybe fast food was the majority of the options. You have to work, you have to go to uni, and all the time my first option was fast food, which is not healthy, of course. So how were you doing? You have such a good physique. So how were you doing with the fast food? Cooking for yourself. How did you manage that?
Well, that depends upon different kinds of mindset of different people. See, most preferably people choose fast food over long processed food. But what I can suggest is that if people who are focused on fitness and health, at least you'll get a 1 day off. You can make a food for a couple of days, or you can buy canned tuna or canned different types of processed foods. Not too much processed, it's different types of beans and everything. So you can make everything so simple. See, nutrition is simple. It's a very simple thing, but people don't have enough knowledge what to eat in different. See, it differs different kinds of areas. So if you buy an avocado, that's too good, but people use fruits to make juices and then drink it. People tend to think that is healthy, but it is not. So what I can suggest is you can focus more on protein foods. Basically we just don't have that, but focusing on more protein foods and less consumption of these carbohydrates and processed foods will make you to live longer and also increase the energy to run your daily life. So I mostly depends on canned tuna. That was my main food.
Okay, so you said people don't know about how what foods they have to eat, how do they have to be in healthy mode. So what you said is how people are getting this knowledge, what makes people, or especially students, to get to know about these lifestyles.
Well, that's an interesting question because nowadays, most people are investing in social media, and they see lots of social media influencers saying all the random things, but basically it really brainwashed all the fitness kind of myths. They are just shouting out the myths in fitness industry, and it's not true. Basically, if some people say okay, you are obese, you need to cut. If you're fat, if you're skinny, you need to gain some mass, gain yourself. It's actually not true. It only depends upon different kind of genetics, body, texture, and different types of lifestyle. It all depends upon different kind of things. So people, what I can suggest is take different kinds of podcasts from scientists. What I can suggest is podcast from Andrew Huberman. Dr. Andrew Huberman is such a great personality, and podcast from Danny Espena and Joe Rogan podcast. You can get information from this, and only seek consultancy don't seek consultancy from so-called fitness influencers. Seek consultancy from doctors who was approved from legally and everything. Apart from that, don't even consider it because it's fitness, it's about your body. No one knows about that.
But as for a student who is struggling their life in the UK,
Mhm.
do you think a student will go for a paid consultancy to maintain their health? When I was a bit of, I don't know what to do, I just used ChatGPT, just entered my, like, what weight I am, what height is it, my problems, just I find solution through like that. I don't know who else do that, because that's me. So as a student, not everyone has the capability of a consultation. So in that case, it will be difficult to go for a consultant. So what you like? How can they manage that?
So what I suggested is like two podcasts. Is one is Joe Rogan, so it's basically simple. But what I can do, I can suggest you another more is like, see, whenever you are doing something to your body, it won't show the results in a sudden matter. Yeah, apart from taking like poisonous substance or venomous or poisonous substance, it's about the case. But when you take something that is beyond about these factors, like your lifestyle, your way of eating habits, sleep cycle, it's very important, and the way of that, it all depends upon your health. So imagine, like, most of the people say when they came here, they are having, like, most of the teenagers say they are having hair fall. They are having hair fall, they are having different low energy and everything. But let me ask you, how much do you sleep?
At least 7 hours, not even 7 hours when I used to work.
See, actually, what I can say, see, imagine you slept at 10, you wake up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it won't make you enough sleep. See, when you said you are sleeping for 7 hours, it's not a sound 7 hours sleep. The first 2 hours will be like the body is taking rest and everything, and the first 15 minutes your body is like keeping in a state of mind. Then all of your muscles will get relaxed and everything. So the first few hours, your body will be like going to a deep sleep state. And when you are in the deep sleep, so it might be barely 5 or 4 hours you are in a deep sleep state. So you are not even getting enough 7 hours sleep. So what does our body do is like, our body can adapt to every kind of things. Body can adapt to every kind of things. Even if you put in a Somalia for a couple of years, or you live in Maldives for a couple of years, imagine like people in Maldives have longer capacity to hold their breath than us. People who live in Nepal or like in Meghalaya or like hilly areas have more lung capacity than us. It's adaptability. So what our body does is like, so body think, okay, this guy or this person is not sleeping enough, maybe he's having some problem. So what I should do is, now he don't need hair. He don't need hair for that kind of thing. So that he can use the nutrients and every minerals that go into hair, can stop this one and give to our body. So that was our hair. So the first thing that we go old, when we go old, the first thing that our body will do is shedding our hair and teeth, because actually we don't need these two things for survival. That's the basic fact. So it basically depends upon the lifestyle of people. So from coming back to the question, I got lots of topics. coming back to the questions, what people can do. So people can basically think about the climate change. So people can guess what they can, maybe like like different kinds of like vomiting or like fever. So you can have yourself proclaimed medicines. Like back in India, I used to take Doro or azithromycin. So you can have it, but what I can suggest is like, don't take too much overdose and don't take like too much of like in medicine in a short amount of time. Your bodies know how to take care of it by itself. Take an appointment GP, it's free.
Yeah, but if I have a shift tomorrow, I have to work tomorrow, and I'm not feeling today, I won't be, it's just not me, as every student or someone who is struggling their life in UK, they won't go for a GP appointment. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Suddenly, easy medication or something that cures your pain is the easiest way to do so. So they go for some easy remedies. I got what you meant. I got your, what you were saying. So like, for you said it's climate and shedding hair. So in the now it's getting winter, by the way, and the physical health. You have to exercise, maybe go for a walk. It's difficult to do when you are in like winter season. So how did you manage? It's been like how long have you been in like UK?
I haven't been in UK for like 1 year, 10 months, but it never stopped all the climate changes, all those special things also happened in my life.
Yeah,
but
so like, it's been like one winter. Oh yes.
Yeah,
so it's the winter as well. So how did you manage with your like lifestyle? You have to exercise, you have to go outdoor activities. So in this winter, I'm a kind of person who doesn't hesitate to go out when it's winter.
Yes.
So how did you manage, with the winter, and you have to exercise, you have to keep your physique on. So how did you manage to do all this stuff?
Well, that's mentality of different kinds of people. That what I can say, and it also differs up to the goal. See, Anjali. So what I can say, see, our goals are different. Maybe you put physical health on like third or fourth list in your life. You put career on your first, your family, everything. For me, it's like physical life is like among the second most important thing in my life. So I should give importance. And moreover, apart from you mentioned how people get like feeling tired all the time. So what I can suggest is like you can have oranges. You can have when you're feeling tired and when you feel tired. What I can do suggest is like take a teaspoon of sugar and oranges. You can put like the sugar under the tongue, which is having too much of bad calories there, so it can easily absorb it. So eat oranges and sugar, you will have enough of your better natural energy rather than caffeinated energy drinks. And when I'm saying about the physical health, it's very important. Even if you want to, you can do it. Like you can go to gym, you can wear a sweater, you can wear a jacket, you can go to gym. See, there is a study in American Neurology Foundation in 1996. I think it's 1996. So it's by a famous scientist. So what it says that the brain development in obese people and athletic people is different in the brain. So there is a part of the brain is called anterior mid-cingulate cortex. It's called anterior mid-cingulate cortex. So it's smaller in obese people or people who's lazy, who don't like to go to work or anything, who lack of dopamine, and there is athletes who have very big anterior mid-cingulate cortex. So what this thing do is like if we are doing something that we don't want to do, if you're doing something that we are forcing the body, okay, it's tired, I don't want to go to the gym. If you're forcing yourself to go to that gym for that one day, that one day, your body will release a particular kind of hormone that will really express the dopamine. That will really release the dopamine. That will really make us feel happy. Will increase our mental happiness and everything. So it's all matter of one choice. That's what I think. So.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, when you don't have to do that something, but you did, you feel like you are, up front of the crowds. Yeah, I did. Now I got the scientific theory behind it. It's good to know that too. So, like, you are a student at University of Northampton, and you are doing your internship, and you have other part-time job to survive, and you are going to gym as well. So I don't think like many of the international students like who has been like it's only 7 days a week and you have to do everything and it's 24 hours a day. I don't think like everyone can manage and cope up with this busy struggling life. So how is your routine? How is you doing these stuffs for every week maybe?
See, so what I do is let me explain my day of routine. So I sleep at 10, 11. Half 11. So I sleep at half 11. So I wake up at like half 5. I wake up at half 5. Then I get things done. I'll do some paperwork. Like I do some reading. I listen to some podcasts, and I read 20 pages of a book in a day. Like reading a book will really makes us to feel about apart from the global kind of thing. I already like invest in self-development books rather than in fiction or things. So I read 20 pages of a book every day. I do a couple of breath works, like breathing exercises and everything. Then I will have a big bowl of coffee. Big bowl of coffee, no sugar. Big bowl of coffee, no sugar, because I really need to have a caffeine rush in my blood to work out the whole day. Then what I do is like I go to my internship. Like it depends. Like sometimes if I'm okay with that, I'll go to the gym early morning. If I'm okay with that, or then I'll go after my internship because I'll get particularly an hour in my gym. I will find out some ways. So imagine like I'm going to gym at like 7:30. I'll go to gym at 7:30. I'll be back like 8:30, and then I can do my internship. I do my work. I came back to my home. I have my food. So what I in that medium time. So I'll sleep at 11. So imagine like I had my last dinner at like 7 to 9. So from 7 till 4 next day, my body is fasting. I only have coffee or water. Apart from that, my body is fasting. I won't even have a single piece of any processed foods or any even like healthy foods in my life. So what my body use fats in my body for the energy to work in that way. So apart from that, my body is still working, is still conditioned. But people don't need. People think that okay, breakfast is the important food in the important part in the like the whole human cycle, the whole human day. it's actually fake. It's a propaganda by some marketeers or something. But actually, breakfast is not the key. Breakfast is not key. It's a breakfast. It says breaking the fast.
Yeah, true.
Actually, our body don't need breakfast actually. So what you can do is like skip the breakfast. It's actually healthy for you. But people think like, okay, it's not healthy. It's not healthy because you are not used to it. If you are used to a particular kind of thing, you will be safe. Apart from that, people have some gastritis or some kind of problems. But apart from that, skip breakfast is actually healthy for you. You can, the one best thing that you can do is for every student, if you got time in your morning, skip the breakfast, eat the dinner at like early as you can, skip the breakfast, and then as much as you have exercised in the fasting time, you will have a better mental health, and better body and everything. I guarantee you that.
So you were saying that you have to, skip. So you just have to have the lunch.
After 2:30, you can have anything you want till 7.
Okay. It's kind of a diet maybe then.
It's not intermittent fasting, I think, but it's actually science. So when our body goes to fast, our body only take energy to take fats from our body. They don't need to digest. So it's like they're utilizing the fats from within our body. So our body becomes skinny in your terms. Our body becomes skinny or like more ectomorphic.
Okay.
So breakfast is like adding more calories without putting a use. So basically, we are from India. We used to have breakfast, a big bowl of breakfast with full of curries and everything. But actually, it's not good for your health.
Okay, so as for someone who is working, there is university class. Maybe after that you have to go to work. Do you think, as for students who are struggling in the early stages to build a career in UK, this skipping food, they might not have the time to exercise. They might not have the time to go to gym. Even they don't might have to have a proper meal a day. During this busy life, do you think a diet or healthy food can be followable?
Well, see, going to gym every 7 days a week, following healthy diet like all the 7 days, following that, it won't make you like to reach the goals faster. What I can suggest is like you can do only 3 days or 2 days in a week. You can do a couple of breath works. You can see whenever you are having a food in a day, choose a good one. Choose a healthy one. Not see, imagine going to KFC. Yeah, okay. If you want to like a cravings for a fried chicken or something, take a burger with like lots of fillings in it, like tomatoes, lettuce, and everything. You have a healthier option even if you're choosing fast food. So if someone saying, okay, well, let's go for a fried chicken. So I said, okay, like I would like to have some chest piece, or even if I get the breast piece of that, I will tend to maximum like take up the after that covering and then eat the fresh chicken. So there is still you can depend on coffee. It's like a 2 or 5 minutes to make a big bowl of coffee. You can depend on coffee. You can depend on fruits. You can depend on canned tuna. That's what I can suggest. It's like I know it sounds gross for some people, but it really helps. It really helps in maintaining your overall goal. So whatever I can say is, I can totally understand your situation. Like different even I have the same situation when I came here, like job, part time, and everything. We are not used to that kind of situation, so we need to cope up with that lifestyle. So there might be some days that we need to break the cycle, but still you can see if you are following the 60% of it, you will have a good physique and mental health.
Okay, so you said about the physique and mental health. You were in university around your when you were studying, and now you are in internship. So how did University of Northampton, right? Yeah. How did university or its facilities help you getting back to you are working, you're going to university, and you need to get workout or something. Is there any facilities in uni? How do you manage your health, like mental and physical health with university stuff?
Well, that's very helpful for University of Northampton, because when I came here in UK first, I don't had any idea how to join gym. I asked a couple of people, and when the first day of induction, I even asked I forgot his name, but one of the it's a wonderful personality. I asked him about is there any gym that we can join? So he said, I don't think so. We have a gym here, but we have a Trilogy gym that we can have a membership. We can get student discount. So I was so happy about it. Then I went to Trilogy. I showed my student card ID and everything. I got a student discount. I used to go there for 6 or 7 months. I did only £10 a month or something like so. It was very cheap for me. So I was studying MBA, so I had 4 classes in a week. So it was plenty for me. I used to go to gym after my classes or before my classes. It used to have swimming pools. It used to have very good equipment. So it really helped me to build my physique apart, like with my academics as well. So I was so excited rather than academics, I think, to go to gym.
Yeah, that's true then. Okay, so how did you cope up with your mental health? It's for me, during the first 2 months when I came to UK, it was so hard leaving parents and family, friends behind your country, coming here alone, coping up, finding new friends, cooking food, the biggest task, and first time going to work, and cooking food, going to classes, work, everything. It was like reciprocity and something I have been doing like in my life. So how was your experience managing your mental health during have to manage your physical health as well, and you have to do everything? How did you cope up with your mental health?
Mental health. So my case is different. So I came here on January 2023 and 20th. So the first few months were too fine for me. I was not feeling anything. So I was like, okay, it's fine for me. Yeah. Excited. So I was so excited, and I was going to gym as well because I told you about my trilogy. Then I had a semester break in April or something. I was in my home. I can't go to the uni because it was, I also felt lazy. I felt lazy for one day, and then that continued for a month. Then that exact moment, I started feeling depression. I started feeling like, oh my god, I'm missing my parents, I'm missing my friends. I was living alone, like in a single room. I was like isolated from all the friends, even from my classmates. So I was only dependent to my phone and everything, and it really ruined my mental health. It's so hard to make me understand. Like I was like just in a cycle. So one day I was thinking, what I'm doing. So then I listened to a couple of podcasts by Joe Rogan. Yeah, it's Joe Rogan. So he was saying that if you are going to a loop in a cycle, your body makes a particular type of hormone called endorphin. It's like endorphin kind of substance, like it's not fully endorphin, but it's a kind of small substance. It releases like in small 10%, but it really affects your body. So what it says, like you feel like, okay, you need to do this, but you will procrastinate. So rather than procrastinating, if you break a small kind of cycle, you can achieve the mental health. So being in mental health, what I can suggest is like guys, like people, like you need to focus on different kind of things. Go to gym, like if you're lazy enough, go to gym at least for a couple of 2 days. Let you feel like how it feels like. Read a couple of books, self-development. What I can suggest is like Psychology of Money. It's a very good, nice book. Like read books, develop your skills rather than focusing on dopamine rushes, or go outside, go for a walk, cycling, or any kind of thing. Do something physical that makes our body to think like, oh, this person is working, I need to give him some reward, like dopamine. So reward yourself, learn cooking. So that's what I did when I was having problem, and also I depended on my parents. After coming here, I used to create more bond than me in the country. So
So you created a better bond here.
Yeah.
Being distance makes you closer.
It really made me closer.
So, do you have any suggestions, like, maybe a suggestion or advice to someone who is extremely in a bad situation, coming from other countries, not only India, many parts of students from many parts of the world are coming to UK for their academics. So do you have any suggestions or any advices that you might want to give to these students, or not only students, like people come as dependents, as workers, to have something, they have to cope up with their work balance. They may not have to do this academics, just the work balance, mental health, and maybe people they come from with very surrounding area, they have friends near them, families in near them, and now it's just they are isolated. So do you have any advices, rather than focusing on physical health, someone who doesn't really like to go to gym, or someone, but he or she is really feeling mentally down, depressed, maybe you can say really in a so bad worse situation. So what do you think for a person like that? What do you suggest?
So mental health is actually a game of hormones. So what our brain thinks. So imagine like we are missing a person. Imagine like we are missing the old surroundings. So our body was adapted to that. Our mind was adapted to that. So adaptation is a really hard process for humans. But like even if you are going to a new office, you will feel the same.
Yeah.
So that's a really bad process. So what you should get used to that. You should get used to different kind of adaptation. You should get used to that because it differs for different people. Because the loneliness for me may not be the same frequency of loneliness for you. It might be different. Maybe you miss the favorite person. You miss like the family. Your way of the way you. Really, some people don't like the way of teaching in the UK standards because some people will feel like, okay, in UK they used to teach like that, but in UK they used to give us assessment. They don't need to focus on that. But UK is more practical based studies. But that is the one that really help us. So some people are not, giving the fully accuracy of different what all things are going through in life. So what I can suggest is like, you guys, like people who are like having a mental dilemma or you don't know what to do in life, take a break from all the things that you're doing now. It's like if you're simply sitting in the home, take a break from that. Do something that you like to do. Like there must be have some interest that you like to do. There must be have some hobbies like you like to do. If you don't have, develop one. So if you're like learning a new skill, our left side of brain will get more developed. So imagine Anjali, I'll suggest you one thing. So if you want to make your mental health happy, or you want to feel like everything is new, when you wake up, say 10 good things about you, or like shout 10 good things about you. And when you're going to start brush your teeth, don't use your right, use your left. Use your left hand. So our brain will think, oh my god, what this person is doing. Hey, what this person is doing? This is not what we do. So okay, I think he needs some more of the DHA or more nutrients. Okay, then he will start taking more. See, if you're like consuming like 10 grams of protein, the body won't absorb 10 grams of protein. It will only absorb 5 or 6. That's the only absorption. Absorption is different. That's why the gorillas and humans are different. So I'll come to that. Okay. So if you're brushing your teeth or doing things that you are like in different way, our brain will think like, okay, wait, this guy needs something to do. This guy needs some better things, and our brain will release more hormones, more dopamine, or more different kinds of hormones that help us to develop or make our mental health happy, because he's thinking that, okay, this guy is doing something wrong in his life. So that's why and also mental health is really connected to what food you eat, because our gut is the second brain in our body. Normally people don't give much attention to gut, but after this one is the most important organ in our body. You will see heart and everything. Okay, if you have life, but imagine if you don't have very good mental health.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, I might feel, if you have something upset with your stomach, your whole day is gone. You feel that I got it now. And thank you for that. I will definitely try brushing my teeth with the left hand.
It really helps.
Okay, coming back to you. So, did you at some time happen to occur this mental health problem to you, or maybe any of your friends? Any of your friends maybe have some like real life experience. Maybe you have to console any of your friend having passing through these kind of problems. You have any experience, something like that?
I have my own experience.
Oh God. If you would like to share.
I wouldn't mind. So like I actually came UK for my ex-partner. So I came here to have a good life with her. Then I chose MBA and everything so that I can be here. So it didn't go well after a couple of months. So I was so heartbroken. So I was thinking, so each and every moment when I was staying in the UK, I was thinking, oh my god, what I'm doing? I was not meant to be. I came here for her, so now it didn't work out. So I think maybe I'll go back to India. Then I thought, okay, wait a minute. Now I'm in UK. Now I'm studying in one of the prestigious universities in UK, University of London. I got very, very good internship in Stunited. Mrs. Stunited, she is really very good at like empowering my knowledge in job skills training and everything. Like really helped me to understand how the job skills work. So I was thinking, how many people get these chances? Like few, because there's only a couple of batches here. So I'm thinking, how many people will get the chance in studying University of London? How many people will get an internship? How many people will get an internship in Stunited under like Mrs. Stunited? So she's like really helped me to understand about how the things work. She really helped me with my mental health. So we really have like after work connections, like talks also. So she really helped me to understand about, okay, this is life, this is you need to do. And moreover, my own theories helped me like about going to gym, doing meditation, I was improving my sleep cycle. Really, guys, really improving your sleep cycle is one of the most important factors that you guys need to do. Like, if you improve your sleep for at least 3 months, believe me, after 3 months, your body will get to adapt to that, and after 6 months you will be a great person. It's a new person, because we don't even know what we lost, because nowadays all the people are using social, including me, of course, social media to all the night scrolling all the night. So our body is actually not used to that. That's actually the thing. Our body is not actually used to that. So our body is thinking, okay, this guy is too much working. Let me give more energy. See, when you think you are yawning, people think, okay, you are tired. So it's actually you are not tired. It actually means that your body needs more oxygen.
Okay.
So why it needs more oxygen? Because your brain is tired, not your body. Your body is okay, but your brain is tired. So your brain needs rest. So that's why your brain is taking more oxygen rather than taking from the nose. So when you have a good sleep, when you have a good healthy food, apart like eat yogurt, it have like 40,000 or 4,000, I'm not sure about that, but plus micro bacteria, gut bacteria in your body. It really helps. Eat turmeric, small pinch of turmeric, ginger, cloves. Eat cloves rather than crushing it, just eat raw cloves or raw garlic. It all makes up the good gut bacteria, gut health. So it really all helps us in our mental health. So apart from, I know all this kind of stuff. So I was just sometimes feel lazy to how to take the first step. But when I take the first step, I know what to do. So apart from that, my university, my internship, my part-time work, and my physique, my mentality, my mindset. So these were all a great boon to me. Like I was so like when I tried for internships in different types of persons, like different types of organizations, I got really sometimes like really disappointed because I got really rejected. But when I got here, I was not having really high expectations. But after joining this place, joining Stunited and different kinds of people there, they really helped me to understand how job skills and everything works.
Yeah, that's great to know. So these factors made you like come over your mental issues that really help.
Yes.
So now you're like, how long have left for your like internship?
So let's take out the October. So it's November, December, January, only for 7 months.
So 4 more months and you are ready to explore a new career in UK. Like how is your job hunting or how is it going? Do you have any plans like ahead or do you working on something?
Yeah. So basically, as I mentioned before, the internship that provides me, it really helped me to develop some skills, some soft skills, because I like logged into a jobskillstraining.org site. So when I logged into it, it gave me a couple of skills so that I can develop. So it really helped me to, apart from the academics. So like when after my unis is, my offline classes are closed. So when I go back to my home, I usually develop my skills in online courses. So it really helped me to understand, okay, these are skills are needed for me. So it really helped me to increase my time rather than in like social media and everything. Really helped me to understand how, okay, these sort of things are needed for a person to develop the skills or the way of communication. Art of communication is really one of the best things that needed for a person who is like focusing for a job. You need to convince people, you need to talk to people, even if you don't know about a topic, you need to talk and let them know that, okay, this guy knows something but he might have some problem to express it. So you need to make people convinced. So what I did was, after getting the job skills training, I used to do only one skill in 1 week or like 2 skills in a week. I was not too much focused. So whenever I'm doing that, I used to focus on that particular kind of skills. So I joined this course on January, so 1 year and 1 month. So in that year, I gained a couple of good courses and offline courses and online courses from job skills training and assistance donated. And this is democratic also really helped me to understand about what all the current job skills have been needed in the UK job market. So I think I am ready for a fresher job, or I'm trying to do my best, but still it's an ocean. I need to dive
So
deeper.
are you like developing something, like are you looking into some job categories or?
Yes. So what I was doing is I was an assistant business analyst intern in Stunited. So what I am thinking is like I would like to join as an intern in another company or something or more, so that I can get more experience, or like a starting process job, so that I can get to understand how the UK job market works. Then I will dive deeper into that branch. That's what currently I'm planning. I don't know what will happen.
Anyway, good luck to your job hunting.
Thank you.
And Abhijit, I have to say I really gained a lot of knowledge from mental health and lifestyle. I never heard so many theories before. And thanks to you all.
Thank you.
And I might be trying many of those. It's been a new knowledge for me.
It really helps.
Thank you so much for being today and sharing every knowledge that you had and your experience. And thank you so much for that. And folks, that's it for today. And see you on next episode. Bye.
Now is the time to find and be found on Stunited, and it's free.